What is Baylor doing on offense that's been more effective as of late?
I just think they really believe in what they're doing, and they're doing it. They've got good personnel, but I think they just are committed to what they're doing. And I think one of the things that makes them the most challenging to play is not a great big down and distance tendency team. You know, you're going to get as many runs on 3rd and 8 as you're going to get on 1st and 10. It's hard to sit on things. Sometimes they treat 3rd down and 1 like it's 2nd down and 1, and you're going to get some shot plays, and makes it really difficult for you to be in exactly what you want to be in defensively. So you're going to have to be able to move the targets around a little bit on them.
Does it show how good Baylor's offensive line is that they've rotated backs and they don't miss a beat?
Yeah, I think that they're finally healthy there now, too. I know they had a few weeks where they weren't all whole on the O-line. I think they've got a really veteran crew. When you look at those guys, I think, is it 3 of them maybe are graduate guys that are back for a 6th year, and they got another senior on top of that. So it's just an extremely experienced group of guys that plays well together.
You saw Blake Shapen come into the game last year. Mm-hmm. Not very many other Big 12 teams saw him last year. Where have you seen the growth from that point to now?
And we were pretty excited when he came into the game last year, and then that dissipated fast. He throws the ball really well. I think it's kind of a challenging deal when you're not the guy, as he was a year ago. Even though I thought last year toward the end of the year, I thought he had some success too after our game. But I just think he's a tremendously athletic guy. I think he probably throws the ball better than what they were able to throw it last year. I think they throw it more with him too, as far as drop back game. He just seems to have a very good command of what it is. And I think going into the offseason, knowing that you're the heir apparent or the guy, which obviously was the case with the transfer situation or whatever that happened there, I think that gave him a little bit more ownership in the offense, and I think that shows every Saturday.
How did Julius handle having to get ejected in that game so quickly?
Yeah, it was really tough. I thought he handled it fine. Initially, it was for about 15 minutes there he was a little miffed, but it definitely took some wind out of our sails. At least initially, I thought our guys did a pretty good job of not letting it affect them long term. I thought it was kind of an initial shock there for a series. Like, damn, it's the 4th play of the game. Those things happen. I don't think it was malicious. I don't think it was the wrong call. For the record, I could see how they'd call it and keep it. It certainly wasn't anything he was trying to do. Those things happen. Just the fact that it happened on the 4th play of the game, I think that probably was the worst part about it.
You guys have obviously struggled a little bit stopping Kendra Miller, Bijan. Those are obviously incredible backs, but can you take anything from those struggles against those 2 teams going into another effective rushing offense?
Yeah, we're gonna. And I think this program's getting to the point now where those games are going to be more and more frequent. Those big time games that that you have to win a Big 12 championship. And I think our guys see where we're short. We can't tackle the way that we tackle. And I'm not putting any of the blame on the players. I take full responsibility for everything that happened there. We've got to put them in better positions to make plays. But, we've got to make as many plays as they do. And the fact of the matter is, some of their guys made some really good plays. I thought the backs in particular. And, we didn't. It was uncharacteristic of us.
What made you guys have more success in the second half as opposed to the first half?
Well, I think, especially that first, honestly, the first 2 series, it was kind of Murphy's Law, just anything that could possibly go wrong. And not massive, colossal things, but little things that obviously get magnified when you're going against really good players. Anything that could go wrong went wrong. And I think we started to calm things down and just be in more base things, let our guys get their feet underneath them a little bit. And then once they just got some traction in the ground, they were fine. And it was just that initial, confidence of getting a stop, and we just weren't able to do that right away.
Robinson gets 209, but he gets half of them on 2 runs. Is it easier when you delve into the film and go, here's our pinpoint misses, and it's easy fix?
Yeah, the big ones are easy fixes. They're just the errors. The ones that bother us, obviously those bother us, but the ones that bother us are the ones that bled a little bit. The gain the gain of 6 that probably should have been a gain of 1. Those are the ones that we've just got to be a step faster, got to be in a better call, whatever the reason is. Those are the ones that probably get down under our skin as coaches the most.
And then Daniel obviously came back, maybe didn't play as much as he has in the past. Where is he at health-wise? And then How did you assess his play on Saturday?
Getting much better. You know, it was good that he had at least a half a week of practice last week, which he hadn't had for many weeks. He's better this week yet, even than he was last week. I think he came out of the game probably a little sore, but better than he was a week ago this time.
What do you think about the way the Squirrel ran the ball last week, and also Reese is supposed to be back this week as well?
Yeah, that's you mentioned earlier. It's just that's they keep rolling with how they. And I think, you know, the wide zone, the stretch scheme that they run, there's a lot of different types of players that can thrive in that system. You know, obviously last year they had a very special tandem of two backs that were spectacular, but they were similar in their styles, just physical players that were bigger, tougher guys. Now they've got those kind of players at back, and they also have the smaller, slashy type guys. But I think that what makes that thing go, you know, because both those types of runners can get yards after contact. You know, I think what makes that whole thing go is their O-line, that, you know, and how well they, you know, identify things and combo up to things, and you know, I think they're one of the most athletic one of the most athletic O-lines in the conference. They're very, very good at what they do.
You have to change up how you practice or prepare at all for a team that's probably going to go for it on fourth down as much as they do?
Yeah, we've emphasized it. You know, and you know, a lot of times in practice, you know, as a mentality thing, we roll on defense. You know, we do equal reps with our ones and our twos for the most part, and we go in sets of three. You know, so 3 and out. You know, kind of a mind trick. This week it's been 4. You know, and we're going to be prepared to play 4 downs.
Did Echo Bordeaux just make a technique highlight last week on the punch out?
Same thing, yeah. Same thing that Austin Moore did the week before. You know, it's a drill that we do every week with the entire defense, and I thought that was a phenomenal job by him of just keeping himself alive on that play and running that thing down, and you know, exactly the way that we teach it. That's you know, phenomenal play by him.
What's going through your head is we all watched that develop. It's like, is he going to do it? He kind of loaded
It took
up.
a long time, didn't it? Yeah. And so I'm kind of load up like Popeye was about to punch, you know. You know, and the question was, is it, you know, as a ball carrier, sometimes you know, you get clean like that and you relax a little bit, and he obviously did, and Echo punched it out of there. It's awesome.
The third down stop there by Kobe Savage to give your offense one last shot. Is that you as Deeds coordinator just kind of guessing the play right there too?
Yeah, and it was the same play that they came back and hit the one earlier on you know, for the long run that Bijan had that got him down to the 9-yard line. Came back to the same exact play, different presentation, and you know, we blitzed into it, and yeah, it was a nice play by Kobe.
Every single one of your road games has been a night game so far. Obviously, nobody likes playing on the road, but having this familiarity, does that kind of help you as a coach?
I think so. You know, and it gives us a little bit more time. One thing about our guys is they work. You know, our guys don't. The hay's not in the barn after today's practice. Our guys are going to go tomorrow, and they're going to learn stuff, and they're going to continue to work. They're going to work Saturday. You know, they're going to be on their iPads looking at film on Saturday afternoon, and that's just the way that our guys operate. So I think the more time you give them, I think advantage us.
Ben Sims is kind of a late down target for them. How key is it to neutralize him?
Yeah. You know, I think their pass game is a lot like the run game we were just talking about. I think they do not a ton of things, but they present it in a bunch of different ways. And so, you know, I don't know if it's as much the individuals as much as it is, you know, trying to get the quarterback to throw the ball where you want the ball, and having us dictate that through our coverages.